We're here post-game with head coach Mandy Pearson after UMD comes out victorious 72-66 in overtime over Minnesota State. Coach, your team really resilient there at the closing seconds, able to force overtime, came up big in the overtime and able to get the win. How do you think your team responded during the closing minutes and then overtime?
They responded really well. You know, I think it was really good for us where we had a lead and we were leading most of the game, and Mankato made a great run against us. We had a rough fourth quarter, we missed some shots. I think we only scored like 6 points in the fourth quarter, but we were resilient and poised and made plays, especially on the defensive end when we needed to, which forced us to go into overtime. So I was really happy about that.
You talk about having that big lead. The fourth quarter, just I don't know what happened. There was a lid on the basket or something. Poor shooting, but you guys were able to overcome that. What did you say to your team in the huddle? I mean, that lead started to dwindle. Got ahead, but you're able to get there. During that time frame, what did you say to your team to just make sure they were still in that game, make sure they were mentally in it?
Nothing. You know, I'm pretty fortunate where these players, like they'll get frustrated and they'll get down, but I don't really need to talk too much about the mental side of the game with them. We focus on what we need to do in the next play, and they did a great job of focusing on the next play, focusing on what they needed to do, and they got mad after we got forced into overtime. They got angry and they came out and they played well together. It was really fun.
And you need key players to come up at key times. Once again, it was a senior, Emma Boehm, hit the kind of the game-clinching shot, wing three, shot clock closing down right there at the end of the first overtime. 21 ticks left. She finds nothing but the bottom of the net. How critical was her three at that time, and how big has she been for you for this season?
Oh, Emma's been awesome. You know, she's so feisty and competitive in everything that she does in life. She really wants to be the best at everything that she does. So that was a great time for her to get open and get that look. But you know, along with her hitting that shot, I think the things that our players did the rest of the game, attacking the basket and our post players making some plays, they kind of forgot about her for a second, which is not a good idea, you know. But you know, Sammy came off a ball screen, Sarah dove hard, and then Emma was open for that reversal pass, and it was just a really good team effort for a good look for Emma.
And things have always come up big, and you talk about key plays. Sarah Grohl right at the end of that, or right at the end of regulation, came up with a key block right at the end. You guys did a great job of stalling them for 27 seconds. They call timeout, 3 seconds left. They run a play, and Grohl came up big. 4 fouls, and she came up with a key defensive play. I mean, that just speaks to your defensive ability. What can you say about that so far?
It's been really good. You know, actually, I was getting a little bit mad in the fourth quarter with some of our defense, but this team, they've really bought into wanting to just shut teams down. And you know, I wish we could shut every team down, but they buy into it and they play hard and they take scouting reports seriously, and they get themselves mentally prepared for every game. So that's fun from my standpoint. It's also a challenge because I want to make sure I'm getting as much information as I can to them without overwhelming them. But it's a fun team that's competitive, that wants to do whatever it takes to help this team be successful.
And the main thing you said there, or what we spoke earlier, was poise. They sure showed it tonight with the victory. Coach, congratulations with the win. We'll see what we can do tomorrow against Concordia St. Paul.
Thank you very much.